Hopefully. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Alrighty. We are here getting ready to have a discussion. We were having a side conversation here before game on live. I want to talk about the executive orders and things that we need to do. Now you know. That's the topic. That's the subject. Now you know. So what are you going to do about it? Now you know what the new administration is, what it's going to be and what it's not going to be. So we got to get prepared. We have to get prepared. We can't depend on the government now. We can depend on the government in a different way, and I'll explain that to you. What I mean by that, talk, you know, um, they show Jackson. Yeah. Oh, okay. They do. They have snow. We were talking about the snow that we're having, and then if a lot of you may be in an area that are not having any snow, hey, I wish I was where you are right about now. But anyway, the we had snow here and it's really sticking. It's still the temperatures are a little cold. I would say probably about Friday or Saturday it will probably be a little bit melted or whatever. But we don't have around here. We don't have the snow, the plot of snow out of the roads like they have some. In I guess they're gonna have some through spread it throughout the state of who's affected. But anyway, it's not like it's common for us around here. So the machine is not probably, of course, it's not. It doesn't make any sense to just buy all those snow pliers to do whatever. So yeah. So anyway, that being said, we just gonna navigate and then we're gonna do some things today. The day is gonna be it's gonna be a great day to me. I'm gonna get a lot done. I have a couple of trainings today I need to do, and it's a good day to do them. Right, everything's so peaceful and calm and quiet, and so everybody is probably doing what they probably might be making snowmans later on. Who knows? But yeah, well, let's talk about the everything that's gonna transform and transfer and be a little bit different for us now. We're gonna go through some real times right about now. And I'm not trying to be a fear monger here. I'm just telling you that we are. But what we can do is we have a solution. We can. There's a solution to every problem. I do believe. Thanks for the sticker. Thank you. Yeah, so I believe that we are going to go through some turbulence time. Now, what you can do, and I'm sorry, there's a glare. That sun is glaring. It's kind of moving a little bit, but it was a little bit. It's not as much over here as it is. Yeah, now. So hopefully you guys can see me very well. Back to what I was saying about the executive order. There's been the diversity and inclusion. They are getting rid of, they're laying off all of those people that were a part of that program and that opportunity. So now I don't want anybody to think that it's going to be okay for you to allow others to determine the destiny of your tomorrow, or to lay it out like you have to depend on others in order for you to be successful. Okay? Now, I don't think that. And I think what you have to do at this point in this stage is, like I was saying earlier, opportunities is going to come. Business opportunity is going to come for you. But what you have to do, all of you have to structure your opportunities so you can be one in compliance of them, two, you know, be in the position that you can get those. What do I mean by that? If you don't have a basic business structure set up, which I talk about all the time, and which you should know that that is what needs to be done. I'm not talking about a hobby. If you want government contracts, if you want grants, if you want loans, any kind of funding, if you want to be like, for instance, now SBA is giving out funding for those that have been in the disaster area. SBA is giving out funding for those that had a business and it had a disruption for as Hurricane Helene and any other disaster that has recently happened, right? A lot of people are not prepared because they didn't, one, structure their business correctly, or they didn't treat their finances in a point that they were, really operating and doing the things and being in compliance like you should. For instance, a lot of folks are in business. You guys don't even know what you can write off for your business taxes. You don't even know whether what you can write. You don't even know how to or keep your things organized. And that's so sad. If you be in business, you can't just willy-nilly it. You can't do that. I know that's true. I got some co-signers over here. We can't be doing that. So what happens is you miss the opportunities that can be up, that can not can be there to help you, and it can hit you right in your face, and you will miss it because most of the time there's a window that you have to meet, and you have to be in compliance, or you have to seize the opportunity. Now, let me tell you, the early adapters are the ones that take action sooner than later. Let me explain to you what I'm speaking of. Okay, when we had the 2020 C, C-19. Okay, we don't try to be careful with what I say. So most people, oh, I think when I started reading up on things, which was I had some clients that which were they were early adapters. And they were early adapters because I started reading the information, and they were talking about what you need to do before the rush came in to get a lot of even the EDIL funding. There are a lot of, I think, most people that I told about it and they did what they needed to do, they got like $1,000 right up front. And it wasn't, you didn't have to, it didn't require you to get all of this paperwork and all of these things. What it required of you is you had to have your business structure, meaning you had to have a EIN number. You had to add an LLC. Now, these PPP loan and all those folks with that crazy stuff, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the legitimate ones and the ones that really were doing what they supposed to do, and they ceased the opportunity because number one, they had a business. Now all of this other stuff came later as things progressed and the country got shut down. Yeah, so they were prepared. And I sent in there, even with mine, I sent in my application because I did mine first, and then they say yes. So they immediately gave $1,000 to help out. It was no strings attached. It was just saying, okay, you have a business. We're getting ready to go through this pandemic. We're giving people, this is money that to help you right about now, emergency. And because everything was structured correctly. And then those that I helped, did theirs because those are clients of mine that I was working with. And I told them about, hey, hey, if you didn't want to take action off and give me the information to go ahead and, submit this stuff for you, then guess what? It was on you. It wasn't on me because I was giving you, I was willing to lend. I didn't charge them anything because they were already my clients. I was just willing to lend a helping hand to help them. And guess what happened? They received that fund. And then now later, a few of them was able to get the PPP loan, because and it was, the PPP loan was for your employees. It was for payment protection plan. That's what that was for. That was not for people that lied and said they had employees and did, and they not think that the government was going to do their due diligence check. Are you kidding me right now? So and another thing is operating in integrity is the best way to do business. So if you are ready before the storm come, when the storm get here, it won't affect you as much because you have already done what you need to do. It might temporarily set you back, but it won't be something that you got to go and scrape and scramble, and then you get in an urgent situation, or you get in an urgent, mode that let me tell you what some of y'all do. Some people are very reactive and not proactive. I like to work with proactive people, not reactive. Because you make me nervous when you get nervous and when you get in a rush. And I don't operate that way. Business don't operate that way. So the more calmer you are, the more organized you are, and you will be from this point on in your business structure, your life, your game plans, whatever the case may be. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do it. You're going to thank yourself in the long run, and you're going to be so proud of yourself in the long run because you will be ahead of the curve. That's the basic stuff you can do. So now If there's somebody out here that will be interested, you say, okay, I see what's going on. The presidency, this new administration, they favor businesses, and a lot of people. I'm not into crypto. I'm getting ready to study and read up on that, and a lot of those opportunities that I know that's coming with that. But let's just talk about not even getting that far. But even you do know that there's going to be a promotion for AI. And I know I will come on and do a video. I talked to you another day about how many businesses y'all can do, the AI, what kind of business y'all can create with AI. We'll talk about that another day, but not right now. But that, maybe that can help you out, some of you. And then it's you can do faceless, you can do faceless, all kind of businesses. You can just look, you can hire a team from Fiverr to, you can hire somebody from the Philippines to do your infrastructure, your back end, whatever. You can have them in the front of it, you can be behind it, it can be your business. They would love to work for you, some of you. So we'll talk about all of that later at another date and time. But yeah, there's a lot of opportunity out here for you. And I don't know, you can't sleep right now. Maybe 4 years ago you could sleep, but you can't sleep right now. You can't afford to sleep on anything that's going to come down the pipe. You can't afford to be sleeping. You have to be about the business of you, one, making sure that you're in a better financial situation than you are now. No, government is not going to, those programs that's out there, they're not going to be like they were. And you shouldn't want to be complacent, sitting around and not doing anything to just be better tomorrow than you are today. I don't know what human being feel comfortable just being where they are, maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years from where they are at this present moment. You are insane if you okay with that. I said it. You are insane because I don't see anybody. I don't see anyone. I don't know anyone. Exactly. That's crazy. It is. So, what I am saying right now to all of you, do the basics if nothing else. Then you can sit back and just think about how you're going to do your operations and all that of your business. Number one, make sure that you have your LLC. Number two, make sure that you have your EIN number. Number three, make sure you have a business bank account. I gave you in another video, you can have more than one business bank account for different things in your business. It's always good to have a little separation going on too. So when it's time to do your taxes, it's time to do your business taxes, and it's time to see where you stand, you won't be all over the place trying to figure it out. And another thing with that, be more structured. So when the opportunity comes, you can exactly see how much money is coming in your business, how much you're spending out, so you can seize the opportunities that can come your way. You're not seizing the opportunities. A lot of you, I know a lot of you are missing out. You know why you're missing out? Because you're not even organized like you should be. And you shortchanging yourself sometimes. Because I read the fine print when I'm working with things. I love reading. I read the fine print. You read the fine print on a lot of things. Like if you're calling a business for something or you want to get in touch with someone, you can find out phone numbers that you wouldn't ordinary, that are departments within that company or organization that you can call that can get you a answer quicker than you could, that basic 1-800 number or whatever that's right there, so where everybody can see. But as you reading through that information, you'll see just how connected that business is to other areas in that department. But see, they know a lot of people don't read the fine print, and they tell you everything in the fine print. So I'm just telling you that. I'm just saying that to you. So you do what you want to do. Next thing is, you want to make sure that you have a digital blueprint. A digital blueprint, your social media handles, even if you're not going to fully use them, go ahead and secure them. Okay? Secure them. I secure a lot of mine. You might pull my name up and you might see a few of them pop up. Don't mean uh, I wanted to secure the name. That's why I did it. I may not be doing anything with them right now, but I'm securing the name. Next, because the name can be easily taken, especially if they hear somebody hear you say something about something on there. You got these folks out here want to steal everything. They'll still try to steal your idea, but it ain't gonna work for them. But anyway, because they're not you, so you ain't got to worry about that. But still, you just don't want to run into that. Get your domain name, get on the 411 listing. All of this is going to set you up too for later on if you need business credit. This is why I'm telling you that is going. You need that later. So here again, what did I just say earlier? Proactive, people. Be proactive. Comment proactive for me. Proactive. If you can put in the comments proactive, or if you're listening to me, proactive. And if you listen to the replay, proactive. I appreciate that. Proactive. You have to be proactive, not reactive. Reactive is going to get you in a panic. Reactive active is going to get you not seizing the opportunities. Reactive is you're going to miss out on things. You're going to miss out on money. You're going to miss out on funding. You're going to miss out on opportunities. You're going to miss out on it all when you're reactive. Next thing, also, along the way, when you are getting ready, and in anyway, let me go back to having a operating agreement and those kind of things, having that as a part of your business, knowing where you want to take it, knowing how your day-to-day is going to look for your business. Don't exclude that. Okay? Don't do that. Because what will happen is once you do that, once you have that in place, it's going to it's separating you from those that are just hustlers, side hustles. People look at, companies look at you, investors look at you differently. You don't know, you may be at a conference somewhere, you may be somewhere, and you may be at a meeting or something, and someone want to know, you want to invest in a business like yours. And if you don't have anything structured, if you don't have a business plan, that's a major thing that a lot of you need to do. Y'all don't even know where you want to take your business. And stop listening to these gurus tell you that you don't need one. I bet you they have one. They tell you that because they don't want you to sit down and think about what you want to do or think about anything. They just want you to be able to swap that credit card or key in your credit card number so where you can get in their next course, and they can give you some BS on the courses that they want you to purchase. They want you to spend more money to go to the next. I mean, sometimes it does require that, but for the most part, they just giving you, they just shooting game to you. In the lifestyle market that they give y'all because y'all want everything that they have, then you done been bamboozled and fooled into something that is not going to even benefit you. And you realize, darn, I done got into this ecosystem and I'm not even getting half of what I need. They're going to string y'all along because they still got that hustle in them. It's more hustle out here than actually substance out here. So if you're looking for a fast way of doing things, go on and exit out now and go and find somebody else to talk to, because I'm not the one to do it for you fast. I'm a relationship kind of girl. I'm not a one-night stand. We ain't one-night standers over here. We are relationship builders. We're relationship creators. Hey there. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. So, with that being said, that is the spiel I want to give you right there. Now, all of these executive orders that's been presented to us are presented to the world and to the country. You have to see which one of those that fit in on what you're up to or what you're doing. Any of those executive orders that may be, we'll talk about them later on today. Any of those executive orders that were signed into law, that you feel like may help you or stop you, you determine. I'm doing well. You determine. And then you start working towards coming up with your game plan to make it happen. or to whatever your vision is, whether it's going to be government contracting, getting with and I say this all the time, because those are the ways you got to follow the money. And connecting with people that already are established, B2B is going to be more so the way to go than you doing B2C, meaning B to consumer, business to consumer. Because a lot of people don't even know what they need in business. Yet more, thank you for the heart. I mean, for the roses. Thank you. A lot of people don't even know what they need over here. They don't know what they need. So you got to start more getting yourself prepared to start looking and being able to work and get some of this funding out here. Now I know they're going to cut a lot of programs, and they have already cut a lot of programs, but there are still going to be some things that's going to probably be over a lot of y'all head. Don't take this the wrong way. It's going to be over a lot of over your. It's going to be over your heads because you haven't been, introduced to that area and to that territory. But I'm here to break it down to you in layman's terms. I will do that. So you can see, oh, okay, this is what this means. There's a book that I have, How to Take the Rich Off of Welfare. And what that book consists of, it's an old book, it's written a long time ago. And what that book consists of and what I learned from that book, all of these government programs, like, the Department of, Department of Defense, the government, the fund, government contracting, that's what they basically was speaking of. And more wealthy companies and rich folks, they seize the opportunities. So that's what they're saying. The welfare, that's what they mean by welfare. Those government contracts and how they use names in the code, to give them different, something like I say, they know the average person don't even understand where they're going because they know the average person doesn't read, and they know the average person who's the book. Let me hold on, let me go get it. I go get it right now. Hold on. It's an old book, but give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna go get it, okay? Let me get it. Hold on. Since somebody asked. Because I have a library of books, but I can't remember the author. It's Mark Zayer and Arthur Neyman. See it right here? Y'all can see it over here probably. It's backwards over. Can you see that? It's backwards over here on this one. But anyway, Mark Zepet. Can somebody write this in the comments for me? Mark, last name spelled Zepezauer, and Arthur Naiman. Those are the two authors. The Real Story series. And this book was written years ago. You may not, I don't know whether you can find it on, you may not be able to find it on Amazon. You may be able to find it somewhere. You may not. This was written in 1996. 1996, but it's a wealth of information. Wealth of information. It gives you wealth of information. So, thanks for the gift and thanks for the love. And it talks about so many things. It talks about content about military waste and fraud, Social Security tax inequalities, lower taxes on capital gains, export subsidies. I'm not giving you, it's so many of them. Insurance loopholes, nuclear subsidies. Although this book was written a while back, it still applies today. And really, by everybody want to make America great again, this is the perfect time. I'm gonna go revisit this one because hidden gems is in this book about how was it back then, and they want to do something what again? So history is just repeating itself. Yeah, and that's another thing. I hope I have a lot of old books that I, used to have. So I'm going to revisit those to see. I don't need to be sharing my strategies with y'all. But yeah, just to see. Okay, do what again? Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for putting it at the IRA. Okay, Mark said, yeah, thank you so much, Liz. Was it Liza? Thank you so much for putting that in there. I appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully you can find it. Yeah, yep, this is the book. And it's not, as y'all can see, it's not a hard read. It's not a hard read. I got to go back over it again. I definitely do, since things are changing now. Yeah, I was sharing this with someone not too long ago. Yeah, it's a very short read. So, only thing I'm saying is you have to be prepared. If any of you want a business, you better get it now. You better at least start working on it now. The things I just mentioned, start doing it. Get prepared for it. And I got to get off here because I got to get ready for meeting at 10. So prepare for it. Get that LLC. Get that EIN number. Do what you need to do. Being on these social media platforms is wonderful and good. But there's so much more. There's something that you need to give the world, something that you may need to give us, that we need from you to go to our next level. Okay? So I'm just saying. So I'm going to get ready to get off, and I'll see you later. And we're going to definitely talk more about these executive orders and what they mean to you. Don't sleep on this, because things are going to get a little rough. The grocery stores are going to get the prices for as how people eat and take care of themselves. Things are going to get a little bit more expensive. And if you're not on the front end of this, you'll definitely suffer on the back end. And you don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. Because really, psychologically, and to be honest with you, a lot of you are already accustomed to living a certain way. And then once you can't live that way any longer, then you kind of you go through you can go through trauma. You can, it can cause you to be depressed. Anything can happen and it can be people around you that it can affect too. Meaning somebody can lose it and do something to you. So we want everybody to be okay, so we can be okay. Just because I used to say this, just because you move out of a certain area, that doesn't mean you're moving away from actually the problem, because the problem can follow you. Like a lot of times people are moved from different areas or whatever, but still trying to, minimize the crime that now they come into the neighborhoods where the affluent is, because they got a business model too. It's not a legal and a right business model, but their thing is, hey, let's go where they are. Let's go where our customers are, as they would say, and then they coming in your neighborhood, robbing and stealing and breaking in cars and all that kind of stuff. So I just say, don't put the Band-Aid on anything. Find out what's the actual problem. And that's what needs to happen now. We have problems to solve, especially in your own communities. If you don't do it, who's going to do it? You have to solve the problems in your own communities and around your own world. Don't look for the government to do it, because they won't do it. And, now censorship, freedom of speech is getting ready to be on, everybody's getting ready to give their opinion now more than ever. So some of yours might be suppressed. You may not be able to get your message out. Like I said, please, you want to stay connected, text Push to Dream to 833-247-6465 and stay connected. So when I am giving a workshop or putting out information and getting ready to do some things outside of social media, that you may miss it, because everybody don't get notified when I go live. Everybody, you might listen to it later, and it may be someone that needs to hear me live on something. So yes, we're going to be in private Zooms, private communities, private conversations. Hey, for everybody that I am missing, I'm sorry. I see you coming up. But hey, hello. That I'm missing your greetings. I'm sorry about that. I'm not overlooking you. So yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. So I will see you guys a little later, another time, and I'll be on tomorrow again. And just remember, be proactive and not reactive. And now you know. Now you know what you already know now what has happened. Inauguration, you've seen. If you haven't seen, I advise you to go and look and see what has been passed, executive orders. They're saying, there was one, if the man is paying child support, right, he has the right to file the child now. If did any of you see that? Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Have you any of you seen that? So there's a lot of changes that is happening, and you need to be prepared for them. That's all I got to say. So, alrighty, y'all have a good morning. You did? You did? Okay. Y'all have a good morning, and I will be talking later on. And like I said, stay connected. You can go to pushtodream.com if you one of the ones that need to schedule an appointment with me to meet with me one-on-one. Okay? Pushthodream.com. And go over there. And I have some free resources. You don't have to, grab the free resources that I gave you. I have something that show you how to set up your business. What's the benefit of your DUNS number? What's the benefit of your doing your LLC, your EIN number? I have the ebooks with them and the videos because I'm talking to you, explaining it to you. There is no reason for you not to be in the know. And then I also have a free business plan guide that if in the future you feel like you want to get into government contract, I even have the credit transformation free information to show you, just to tell you more about how to transform your credit, getting yourself together for opportunities. I'm from Georgia. So there's enough out there free that I have that I'm not on here pitching you have to do business with me. That's your choice because I'm gonna be okay. But I love what I do. This is my purpose and my calling and my gift. And I love sharing. Yeah, I love sharing. And yeah, don't get me wrong. If you come and get the intellectual property of mine, yes, you quite naturally. Deuteronomy 8:18 says God give us the ability to create wealth, and He gave me the gift that I have. So, guess what? He told me to get compensated for it, not me. Okay, North Carolina. All right. Are y'all snowing? They having snow there? What's going on there? Because we just had snow here. The sun is shining, but and it's white and pretty outside. So we don't get that much here. But anyway, all right. Y'all have a beautiful morning, and I'll talk to y'all later. Okay.